As a result of the Wide River Separation Creek fire on Christmas Day, the CFA commissioned CSIRO to come in and do an independent review of how the fire moved through the landscape. It's a really important understanding for us. It's an important time to stop and take some factual evidence about what actually happened. This report identifies the fact that the fire moved through the landscape. And when we say the landscape, it's the landscape that everyone knows and loves about that part of the country. It's about understanding the bush and where we've built, and we've actually built in the bush. So understanding how the fire travelled from heavy fuels, the big timber, through the finer fuels, and it clearly indicates the report to say there was a continuation of fuel. That is, fuel within the forested area, fuel in and around properties, and in particular, ground litter. That is the fuels that have fallen from the trees and have been able to stay around the properties. So what you've got is a continuation of fuel. So the fire moved in a continuous way in and around properties, and when it came up to the properties, and it didn't matter what style of property, they all experienced the same level of fire around them. It's about then what's around them. Retaining walls, outdoor furniture, where furniture or other areas are being stored in and around properties, gas cylinders, and obviously that ground litter again comes to be around the properties, under the properties, and is one of those key learnings about how we clean and maintain. One of the things that really comes out of this report to me is the fact that we can build to a standard. It's important that we will build to the BEL standard, so the bushfire attack levels, but that's not it alone. Because if we don't take time to understand the environment around, what surrounds the property, what we introduce and build around it in our landscapes, the management of gas cylinders, the maintenance of the surroundings about how we clear up ground litter, how we manage those things that we bring onto the property. And a lot of them are things that we use every day. So the outdoor furniture, for example, is one of those that can be the next combustible within a fire. But I think it also goes a bit further. Think about the wood stack. You bring the wood stack up to the property in the winter, you make sure it's close to the door, the back door, it's on the deck, but in the summer it's exactly the wrong place to be. And we did see that there were cases where the wood stack was the fuel that fueled the fire in and around properties. So I think the key message out of this report is, one, it's going to be shared to all. It'll be available for the planning people, it'll be available for the authority to understand, but most importantly it's available for the community to learn. And it's not just the Y and SEP communities, it's going to be available on the website for others to read and make sure we learn from it. So what was an horrific Christmas day with fire in and around, there are learnings. And we've got to take those learnings to actions, and some of the actions have got to be put in the practical application of the way we live and want to live in those environments. And not only the practical application, we need to do things. We need to learn and turn those learnings into actions that we can do. And I believe most of them are very simple, but disciplined in the way in which we approach it.